everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Carmen Bryant, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit all so that you can see whenever I come on. I have a surprise for you guys. I'll talk about the surprise at the very end, but I have a surprise for you guys, and I will talk about it at the very end of the video. But today's video, I don't have a title for it yet. So by the time you click on the video and you start listening to it, there'll be a title to the video. So I'm greasy again, y'all. Look like I've been eating chicken. Sorry. Let me get my little towel. You know, I do the corrections on the video. No big deal. We're family here. You know, I've been working all day, so I apologize. I don't have my jewelry on. I've been working. But anyway, enough of the small talk. So I was having a discussion with someone the other day, and we were just talking about certain things about domestic violence in general and narcissist abuse. You know, narcissist abuse is very, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very strategic. It's very purposeful. I was looking at thesaurus, just trying to find all the words that describe the narcissist. There's nothing accidental. There's nothing that they do just because. Everything is well thought out of and is planned. Everything that they do is methodical. There we go. Everything is methodical. There we go. You guys know me and my words, but everything is methodical. Everything is strategic. Everything is planned. Everything is thought out. Everything that they do it on purpose. In the military, we call it warfare. And in the warfare, you have psychological warfare. You also have, what is another one? It's psychological warfare. And in the psychological warfare, one of the things that they use is sound torture. You know, by talking, or playing loud music just to agitate you and get you off kilter and to get you anxious, you know. So any of those tactics you can expect that a narcissist is going to use, whatever they're going to do. And some is subtle and some is not. Then you also have those that are on the other end of the narcissistic scale, which is more on the overt side. Those are the ones that are usually physically abusive, verbally abusive. You know, have a lot of police run-in. But remember, as I said in another video, is you train them. We have trained narcissists how to evolve and to blend in. They're almost like androids. You have taught them to evolve, to pick up on our emotions. We've taught them how we respond, how we react, and they picked up and mirrored people, and they have blended in where it becomes harder and harder for you to detect a narcissist, especially as they start moving up from the lower end to the mid-grade to the higher grade narcissist, which you will call the greater narcissist. It becomes a little harder to detect because they are hidden in plain sight. You know, now that you're getting the knowledge of narcissist abuse, and a lot of you guys watching videos, that's one of the things that I discussed the other day. I was talking to someone, is that the more knowledge you're getting, the more you're watching these videos, the more second nature it becomes of things that you've heard. And so a lot of you guys are a little nervous about, how am I going to be able to detect a narcissist? How, you know, teach me how I can pick up on it. How can I? But the more you listen and the more you learn, it becomes second nature to you because you are wide open. Your eyes are wide open. And the example that I gave is me and from Natasha's Touch, Tasha, Demetria. We were standing outside the church, I think about a week or two ago, and we've been at church about 3-4 years. And there's a tower that's in the back. And so I just happened to be looking on the internet that evening, and I was looking at 5G towers. And so I looked up at the tower, and I said, I wonder if that's a 5G tower. Well, I didn't think about it. It didn't dawn on me. She used to work at a cell phone place. And she said, no, that's a regular cell phone tower. I said, that's a cell phone tower? And the first thing she says, like, all this time you've been standing out here looking at that tower, which I have because eagles sit on top of it. And I said, which I have. She says, you never knew that was a cell phone tower. I said, I never knew. And she said something that was very profound because it's the same thing that my mentor said. Once you get the knowledge and you become aware of something, now all of a sudden you're going to see it all the time because you are aware. So it's almost like now you see it and now you're aware and you see it all the time. Think about cars. You know, you have a favorite car. All of a sudden, you decide you have a favorite car. You're going to see that car all the time because now you are aware and it stands out. Well, likewise, when you are watching these videos, when you are watching these videos and you're getting the information and you're getting the knowledge and you're putting this knowledge into your base, you become aware and you're not even realizing that you're becoming aware. There are certain things that people do now that automatically it just clicks. Like, I don't like that. You may not be able to put words to it, but it'll click. And remember, I had I think it was on the live on Sunday when I was talking about my bumper. It was funny what we were talking about. And you know, it wasn't the fact that I was purposely trying to be mean, but it was agitating me because I didn't realize I was being gaslighted. And so in the process of being gaslighted, you know, I'm very adamant by sticking to my truth. You're not going to alter my truth about what it is that I see, you know, nor are you going to alter my truth about what it is that happens in a car factory, you know. And so I stuck to it. And later on, it was like a day later when I realized, I was like, I was being gaslighted. But because of the fact that I talk about it all the time, it's not that I purposely walk around, and you're not going to do it purposely, just walk around waiting to see if someone's gaslighting you. You'll pick up on it, and all of a sudden it becomes second nature to you. That, you know, in the military, training is repetitious, and repetitious training causes you to do things without having to think about it. Training causes you to do things automatically. Something happens and automatically your training kicks in. But if you've never been trained in that area, you're going to panic. You're going to have anxiety. And so watching these videos and getting this information in you and finding those coaches that you enjoy listening to that really resonate with you and really help you, those are the ones you want to stick in your repertoire and listen to consistently. If there's a video that you like that I've done that really resonates with you, go back and listen to it. Those of you that are following my mentor, she gives it to you from a biblical perspective. Take the principles and apply it to your life and to your belief system and listen to it repetitiously. What happened is you don't realize unconsciously. Let me figure out this too before I make this statement, because she gave me this information and I'm going to give it to you. Hold on. For every, and you guys hear me clicking, right? And I'm all up in the camera. I know I'm right by the camera. I apologize. Read it all in the camera. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, let's look. So I'm going to give you guys this. So, the reason why we tell you to go back and listen to it over and over again, because, let's look, let me give it to you. So for every one negative word, John Gottman, who's a researcher, said it takes 5 positives to every 1 negative in balance, or hold on. It takes 5 to 1 ratio, 5 positives to every 1 negative in his study. And this was to balance or cancel the negative. So let's look. I think in the school, they started implementing 7 to 1 rule. I say, see, say, hear, feel. And I read somewhere else where it was more than that, but think about it. And then think about how many negative words have been said to you. And so that's why I say when you listen to these, it could be one thought that you're struggling with. It could be the thought of, you know, that no one will ever want me. Now, that's that one thought that you have in your head. So imagine how many times you've heard it. So how many times you need to go listen until it resonates to you that that thought is now null and void, that is obsolete, that it has no more power over your life. That's why it's good to watch these videos. Play them. If it resonated with you, go back and listen to it until you go back and start doing the same things that I'm doing on the videos, or whatever Helen Sadler Destiny Helper is doing, you know, or whatever any other coaches that you enjoy listening to is doing. But it's not the fact that you're staring at them. Sometimes you may have to close your eyes and not look at the person that's on the screen and just listen to what they're saying. Once you kind of get it into your mind, not kind of, but once you get it into your mind, once it settles in your heart, that all that negativity is going to start leaving out of your system because of the fact that you're replacing it with positive affirmations, positive words. Some of you guys have never even heard the word narcissist before. And a lot of times, and I had this conversation today, you know, I worked years dealing with domestic violence and helping, but it seemed like I always hit this wall, this brick wall, until I began watching and I found out that there was a whole nother language concerning narcissism, narcissist abuse. There was a whole nother language concerning this. And when I started implementing the vocabulary, most of everything that I've talked about on videos is everything that I've ever talked about in counseling. I just did not know it has specific labels to it. So when you say flying monkeys, I know what that is. I know exactly what that is because I watched it happen for years. A lot of you have watched it happen for years. When you talk about triangulation, you watch it happen all the time. But they're always vetting someone against me. You use different words, or the love bombing. You may call it the lies. They told all this lie and got me hooked. The addiction, we talk about the addiction, everything, the triangulation, the trauma bonding. You didn't know that there was a word to that. You didn't know that there was a whole dynamic that went along with that. And me as a mental health professional, these are all the things that I have studied for chemical addictions. What happens when the brain is addicted. This is basic information that I had. But when I began to listen and I found that there was vocabulary and I started researching, I had to go back to the basics of my own education and begin researching all the things that I learned in school to put it together with the language, and it made sense to me. I'm like, I've been talking about this all along. But once you started validating what you were going through and you had a label for it and a title for it and a process of what is happening, a lot of you guys became free. You're like, oh my gosh, all this time I thought I was crazy. People kept telling me I was crazy. People told me to stay and work it out. Well, maybe it's something that it's always maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe always you need to try to fix it. But it takes two people to be in a relationship. It takes two people to try to make something work. But if it's only a one-sided relationship, it's not going to work anyway. And so that's why I encourage you guys, listen to these videos. Listen to these videos. The other thing that I had a discussion about was, when you remember, narcissist abuse is domestic violence. It just so happens to be perpetrated by a person that possibly has narcissistic personality disorder or any other cluster B personality disorder, but narcissistic personality disorder. Well, narcissistic personality disorder, just like many people say, you're not a professional, you can't diagnose it. Well, if you look at the criteria, what the criteria is that qualifies them with this group of behaviors and thought processes and things that they do, when you group those together and you look at those 9 traits, I guarantee you are the professional because you were in the relationship. And I'm not saying people that are just angry and just call everybody narcissists, but I'm talking about those deep thinkers that actually go and they're really concerned, like what is going on, and they find the traits and they look at it and then they go research it, listen to people talking like, oh my gosh, he or she fits they got 5 out of the 9, or they got all 9 out of the 9, and so the best teachers are the people that have experienced it themselves. And for someone to come and think about it, for someone to gaslight you and tell you you're not a professional, you don't know what you're talking about, you're being gaslighted. Now, true enough, there are some people that always spoil it for everybody else because they think they know what they're talking about. They make videos, they think they know what they're talking about, and a lot of times what they're talking about is so wrong. It's so wrong. It's just professionally wrong, but there are people that know exactly what they're talking about from experience, and then going back to study, and talk to professionals and gain this information so they can teach other people. They've been through it and they're going to help you get through it. You see what I mean? The other part of it is that, we train these narcissists. We train these, it's like androids. You train these narcissists to help them to maneuver in life being undetected. That's why they go from overt, meaning that a lot of them are hostile, they're physically abusive, get the police called, to go to mid-range where they're beginning to understand what they're doing, to a high grade, which is the greater narcissist. A lot of them do understand that they have narcissistic personality disorder, and they just use that, to manipulate even more because they know what they do and how they do what they do. So they embrace it and they just manipulate some more. They know what they're doing and they know how to do it. They're very strategic at what they do. Everything is planned. Everything is purposeful. They do things on purpose. There's nothing by accident. And when you have these, people are the ones that train them. And so you may have an overt narcissist that has used physical violence or physical abuse to maintain power and control. But what about those people that fight back? When they realize that this is not working, I can't gain control, they find out that the psychological abuse is more effective on you than the physical abuse. A lot of them will stop physically abusing you and just go full out in psychological warfare against you. And psychological warfare could be anything. Then you have the financial abuse, you have the stalking, you have them monitoring your every move, placing stuff in your car to follow you and track you, to read everything that you have on and you're wondering how they know all this stuff. A lot of times they have stuff on your cell phones because you're in close quarters with them, so they get at your cell phone and they put stuff, or they put apps on there, or they make sure that you are on their plan with them so they can monitor everything that you say and everything that you do. They don't mind pushing you to a point where you just go crazy. Some of you don't even know that your phones are monitored, and then when you go to the police and you try to get help from the police, in my experience with a lot of people that I've helped, you go to the police to ask, this person is stalking me. And we knew, and I was helping the person, and I knew that they were stalking them, but the police, basically, and especially me as a mandated reporter, the police is like, just getting information for the person. But the police was like, we can't do anything until that person actually, assaults that person. When they actually or physically assault them or damage their properties, then we can do something. Well, how do you know that if the person gets assaulted or attacked, they may not die in the assault or attack? Many people have gotten out, thank God, but a lot of people have not got out. So the first and only time that they were ever attacked, they ended up dying. And then, news reports, and you read in the newspaper, she went or he went several times to disclose this information to get help, and nobody would help this person, and they were murdered because they couldn't. I guess the law is just put that way, where unless you physically abuse. So now a lot of times people assume that when you talk about domestic violence or abuse, that is only physical abuse. It's not only physical abuse. A lot of it is psychological abuse. A scar will heal. Now, yes, there's some awful scars and wounds. People have lost eyes and limbs and all, and that's a constant reminder. The scar is a constant reminder of what has happened to them, what has happened to them. But think about the effects of psychological abuse, the long-term effects, the long-term and tormenting effects of psychological abuse that's passed on even to the children. What about the mothers that have been hurt so violently by their fathers or by their husbands or the baby daddies or whatever, and then they pass on a mindset to the daughters: you don't need a man, and you don't need a man, and you can do it for yourself, and men ain't no good anyway, and if you get one, they just good for paying bills. And what about the women ain't no good anyway? You'll never find a good woman anyway, so you get one, you just got one so you can make babies and they can clean the house and cook for you. But look at the mindset that is being passed down by people that are so brutally wounded in their hearts, so hurt, and watch so much anger and so much pain inside of them that they have accepted in their mind that there is no such thing as a good relationship. And there are good relationships. There are no such thing as perfect relationships. And a lot of times when you get a good relationship, you push the good relationship away because of the fact that you are afraid. You don't know what to expect from a good relationship. You don't know what it's like to be treated like a queen. You don't know what it's like to be treated like a king because it never happened for you. With your family, with your mom and dad, even when you got in a relationship, you kept repeating what you have seen in the past anyway, so by the time you get a good relationship, or some of you women, I want a good man, you don't know what a good man look like. So when you get one, you don't know what to do with him because it's awkward to you. You don't know what to do with a good man. What am I supposed to do with a good man? I don't know what to do. It's not right. Something's not right. I know you got something, because you are constantly in fear of relationships because you have been done so wrong, so bad. But that's when you take the time to heal. That's when you take the time to get to know yourself. That's when you get to take the time, to watch these videos and empower yourself. Don't keep jumping from relationship to relationship. Give yourself a break. You've been through major surgery. Now that you're out of surgery, watch these videos as penicillin and build yourself up. So hopefully this has helped you today. I still don't know what the title is, but like I said, by the time I post the video, you guys will know the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I am Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. I know some of you are thinking, what is the secret? I'm going to tell you as soon as I give you the rest of this, because you have to wait till the end of the video. That's how I'm going to get you to watch the end of the video. So subscribe to my channel, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Make sure you check out my mentor's YouTube channel. It's Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. Make sure you go if you want counseling. You're interested in counseling and you're in the state of Washington, contact me at Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com. All the information is right underneath the video. If you're out of state looking for a counselor, please go to the sponsored link. It is betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and you will get it at a 10% discount when you click on my link. And then if you're having financial issues, let them know, and they will also help you with the grant. Those of you that are looking for coaching, please email me. Same email address is right up underneath, and I will provide you with some prices, rates that I charge. I'm also on YouTube, Instagram. I'm on YouTube. This is YouTube, and Facebook. Psychological health consultants and services, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, on both the Instagram and on Facebook. Now you guys want to know the secret. Oh yeah, make sure you order my book, Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection, Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Look at you guys. Hurry up, say it. I know, I can feel you. So a lot of you guys have been asking for the past year for me to collaborate, or for Mr. Quinn Holiday and I to collaborate. So guess what, you guys? He wants to collaborate. And so we're going to collaborate, and we're going to come together, and we're going to provide you with some information. You guys stay tuned. He's going to send me the flyer so I can give you all the information on where to connect. It's going to be on his Instagram on Saturday. So he's going to have the dates and times. He's going to have the flyer out, so you guys go to his Instagram so that you guys can go and request to be a part of his private Instagrams. That's where the video is going to be. Well, that's where the live is going to be. So we're going to be on live. But yes, you guys have asked over the past year. And to the young ladies that were on here, I guess, let me know on Sunday. And him and I have spoke, and we are going to collaborate on behalf of our tribes. So you're going to have two of your favorite people that you like, that you've been asking about, is Mr. Quinn Holiday and Dr. Carmen Bryant. Will collaborate on Saturday. You guys get to see us, and we are going to work together, and we will probably have a long-term professional relationship working together. So hopefully that will work out and you guys will enjoy. I know all the other people as well are wanting me and Apostle Helen Sadler, Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, to collab. We have done in the past, and don't worry, she has a very, very busy schedule. And so I will reach out to her, and I will talk about some upcoming events in the future. And so you will see us as well. But yes, so thank you guys so much for connecting us, and you guys will be hearing from us on Saturday. So you guys keep on looking at the community tab on my YouTube channel, and then go check with the Facebook page. He should be sending me something tomorrow, and I will post it for you guys, so you guys can go to his Instagram and request to be a part of the Instagram, so you guys will be there live to see us together for a session, show, a collaboration. So there you go. There goes the secret. So thank you guys for all your support, and you guys go and have a wonderful, great day.